unbridled fear one minute to unbuttoned how's-it-hangingness the next. How do the Americans retain their sanity? I don't f***ing know. Go and ask a sociologist. Go on, go and phone one up.
British TV may be drowning in F-words and innuendo, but surely that's preferable to the shameless ghoulishness of much of American television. Take this delightful slice of primetime fare, NBC's To Catch a Predator.
They drive up to our door, then they're dragged into court. Can online predators be taken off the streets? Tonight, in To Catch a Predator.
Yes, it's a hidden camera investigation with delicious overtones of entrapment, in which a bunch of crusaders from an outfit with the apparently unironic title Perverted Justice pose as underage teens in internet chat rooms. They make contact with sweaty palmed men.
I cannot believe that I'm actually thinking about blanking your blank.
Then they reel them into a house filled with cameras and the news media's answer to Jeremy Beadle.
But instead of being greeted by a child, he meets me.
Did you have a hard time finding the place?
Not at all. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. What can I do for you?
Like most of the men who come in the door, this man agrees to talk. He may think I'm a cop. At first, I don't tell him who I am.
Most of the fun, and okay, it's a news programme, but come on, it's definitely entertainment. Most of the fun comes from watching the men's bewildered expressions the moment Captain Righteous steps into the room. That's nothing compared with what happens when he starts reading the transcripts of their web conversations out loud and the feeble excuses start flying.
You ask her if she's horny.
What's wrong with that?
You ask if she does anal.
It's a question.
I was actually just going to stop by here to let her know that I wasn't going to be here because I have to go meet with other people.
Wait a minute. You came by here to tell her that you weren't going to come here.
Thing is, there's a definite air of leering curiosity going on here. The host's like a morally outraged Victorian gentleman who's a bit too interested in uncovering the precise level of depravity involved.
Have you ever asked somebody to blank you off? You talk about...
Oh, I won't deny that there was
You
sexual...
talk about penis size here.
I mean, those are normal chat things on...
It's normal chat things with a 14-year-old boy. Ask him if he's horny. And then say, I wish you were not so far away. What conclusion can I draw from this?
Yeah, what conclusion?
And despite the subject matter, I have little doubt that the whole thing's being surreptitiously played for laughs. In fact, you half expect to see them popping up in a little inset box in the corner, laughing about it all with the host in the studio afterwards.
I gotta finish getting changed, okay?
Huh? Actually, he is quite funny because he looks like a little Fonz.
It takes him a second to get on the stool because he's under 5 feet tall.
You say, then I'm big. She says, really? Yeah, how? Then you give the dimension of your penis.
Oh, did I really say that? Sometimes they might as well whack on a laugh track and some comedy sound effects and have done with it.
Did you bring anything with you tonight?
Such as?
Condoms.
Yes, I did.
How were you going to use the condoms in the
I wasn't going to use them at all.
You got them in your pocket.
Well, yeah, I do.
You
have
gonna do
them.
balloon tricks with them? Or?
No.
I want to be on the news, dog.
Well, it's a little late for that, dog. Now, if there's anything else you want to tell me.
He quickly comes up with a disguise.
Sometimes just watching them turn up isn't funny enough, so the programme really f***s with them, encouraging this guy to strip off before entering their house in a sick version of Trigger Happy.
You want to explain yourself?
Right, if you're going to play this for chuckles, you might as well go the whole hog, yeah? Have the presenter walk out dressed as an 8-year-old girl. Now that would be funny. The potential predators aren't just there as stooges for a hidden camera funfest. This is justice in action, so the moment they step outside, Chewbacca attacks them. Police on the ground! Yes, the police are cooperating with the show every step of the way. In fact, they even make it legally possible for the show to work at all.
Get on the ground! In Ohio, in order for prosecutors to file the most serious charges, a police officer needs to be involved in the online chat or phone conversation. Since, in this case, perverted justice members are the decoys, the Sheriff's Department temporarily deputized the PJ volunteers who were in our house.
Next week, perverted justice are granted temporary hangman's rights, and the fun really begins. Even when the men are tossed in the back of the cop car, the laughs keep coming, because the cameras are still on hand to record every sorry detail of what happens next.
When the detective takes off the handcuffs so the man can sign his statement, he grabs the pen and makes a half-hearted attempt to stab himself.
Put the hand behind your back.
You better behave, right?
Was it a threat?
It's hard to imagine a show like this being broadcast in the UK at all. Okay, an extreme edition of Tonight with Trevor McDonald might get close, but not really. But the truly shocking thing about To Catch a Predator is this. That went out at 8 p.m. on a Sunday evening.